Sex is powerful. People are exposed to pornography, for example, around the ages of 10, 11, 12. And so kids and teenagers will go back to pornography, they go back to hookups or masturbating or whatever it might be to say, that's how I find comfort. That's how I find excitement when I'm bored. That's how I fall asleep because it brings relaxation. And every time you do that, it reinforces that neural pathway. So let's say on average, you've got a young man, young woman who's been doing this for 12, 15 years, and they feel a lot of shame and guilt about it. They go to church and they hear God doesn't want you behaving in those behaviors. And they say, okay, I don't want to do this anymore, God. I promise I'm not going to do this anymore. But they've trained their brain to go to those places when they're stressed, when they're lonely, when they're feeling discomfort. They've built identity around it, so they don't know how to change all that. So then they start to feel even more shame, like everybody else seems like they're not sinning like I am. Why can't I stop? And the enemy begins to speak lies. And so this becomes a vicious pattern. And let me just say, in the ministry that I run, we will see people in their 30s, 50s, 60s who have never addressed these patterns. And so they just have decades of experience and shame and almost like giving up. Like, I don't even know what else to try. And then they feel like the power of God isn't enough because they're Christians, but they can't stop.